Maintaining organized and accessible records is important for your business. This presentation includes steps, tips, and tools to accurately track and manage business records. The information contained here has been prepared by Civitas Strategies and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies team has used reasonable efforts in collecting, preparing, and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, adequacy, or currency. The publication and distribution of this information are not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute, an attorney-client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information is expressly prohibited. Only non-commercial uses of this work are permitted. This is important because no matter the size of your business, maintaining accurate business records is vital to your operations. A solid and complete record-keeping system can help you to easily access your documents when needed and save you any worry about misplacing something critical. You'll also be able to find something when you need it, or when it's been requested by a funder or government representative. Practically speaking, clear records allow you to quickly understand your business needs and the day-to-day operations. In childcare businesses, it is important to keep enrollment and registration information, such as bank statements, payroll records, contracts, and licensing information. How long should you keep them? Start by discussing time frames. We recommend ways to store them digitally and on paper. In the following are tips to help you out in getting started. There are several key records that you should maintain regardless of your business size. For example, all businesses should keep their state and federal tax returns, including all supporting and backup documentation. Businesses should also keep current and past employee names and addresses, timesheets, and pay stubs. Generally, records should also include bank statements, insurance documents, contracts, loans and mortgages, purchase receipts, customer bills, profit and loss statements, and balance sheets. There are additional types of records that will be useful to keep depending on your organization type. For larger organizations, you should include a depreciation schedule, if applicable. Nonprofits or corporations with a board of directors should also save relevant meeting minutes, documentation, and incorporation paperwork. As a general rule, all child care providers should save all paperwork related to their business, including licensing and regulation. Different kinds of records should be kept for different lengths or time, and some are dependent on the specific needs of your business. For example, we recommend keeping all tax records for 7 years, the max needed in cases where you're claiming a loss, but the minimum needed is at least 3 years from the date you filed the original return, or 2 years from the date you paid the tax, whichever one is later. Accounting documents, including invoices and checks, should be kept for 5 years. Payroll records and print time cards, if applicable, should be held for between 3 to 7 years, like your tax records. For nonprofits or corporations that complete audit reports, plan to keep those records indefinitely. Annual statements should remain in your records indefinitely as well. Other important records and the amounts of time to keep them include personnel files for 4 to 5 years, past insurance policies, and records for 3 years, and contracts for 3 years after they've been completed. It can be useful to create a record retention schedule for your business, outlining how long that you should keep copies of each type of document. And you've got various options for storing your records. The perks of maintaining digital records are that they don't take up space to store, and there are many free or low-cost options that are simple to use. Setting up your digital records can be as simple as saving digital copies or photos of your documents on your computer. A paper record-keeping system can be one of the simplest to set up, but it should be clearly organized and labeled to help you quickly find your documents when you need them. Consider tools for organizing a paper-based system. These might include file folders or hanging folders, or a larger accordion folder or cabinet storage. Either way, whether you're setting up a digital or a paper-based record-keeping system, getting everything set up will take some time. An investment of a couple of hours and a few file folders can give you the peace of mind of knowing your records are in order and easily accessible. A records index acts like a reference guide, so you can easily look up and find a certain file you might need. Not just for you, but also for someone else. in case they need to locate something when you're not available. The simple version might just be a set of labeled file folders with sections to make everything easy to access. The more complex version might be a spreadsheet or table indicating where each important record can be found. Maintaining accurate records for childcare businesses is important to providing quality care and protecting the health and safety of the children in your care. It is also helpful for any audits, or in this case, when you are looking to expand, you have information to show potential investors, apply for grants, or to show banks for loans. Your records are crucial to your business, and being able to access them easily can save you frustration, time, and money. Whatever record system works for you, plan to regularly maintain and back up your important information. This means first creating a habit for yourself. Some might file things right when they cross your desk, and some might prefer to hold everything and file once a month or so. Either way, make sure it works for you and you're able to keep up with it. We also strongly suggest keeping 2 sets of records stored into places, your office computer and your home files, for example, where one set provides a backup to the other set. This means potentially keeping a paper copy back up to digital storage. Creating a simple log can help you organize your record-keeping system as you get started. Keep in mind, as you create your filing system, key records and data, like social security numbers and addresses, also need to have privacy protections. Be sure to lock up sensitive information kept on hard copies. There are options to lock digital files with password protection or to use multiple encryption technology on cloud servers. Whether your files are on paper, on your hard drive, or in the cloud, add the maximum reasonable amount of protection you can to mitigate the risk of a data breach. Keep the people who you permit access to this data to a minimum. You can use your record-keeping system not only to maintain historical information, but also to help prepare for future or recurring tasks. This method is called a Tickler system. Create a Tickler note, document, or folder, digitally or on paper, that has reminders, upcoming information, or to-do items that come up every month or every quarter. Ticklers can prepare you for quarterly taxes or annual reporting, or remind you of monthly follow-ups or renewals, for example. Finally, there's certainly outside help available if needed. If you're able to hire an outside bookkeeper, be clear about their activities and remember that the ultimate responsibility for bookkeeping and accounting records for your business lies with you. Even if you have a bookkeeper to handle some functions, you should still maintain knowledge of general best practices and an awareness of your business's record keeping. There are also online and computer-based tools that can help with things like invoicing, time tracking, payroll, paying bills, etc., but there are so many choices. If you're considering purchasing one of these apps or software platforms, be clear about your needs and your budget. Use a trial period or demo to understand the available features and make sure you're comfortable with it, and think about mobile accessibility or how it will be accessed by your team and your staff. For more information, visit the Child Care Collaborative of Iowa website or email fmc@midsu.org.